They stop him after a 6-yard run out through the 24. The margin for error is so small in this conference. It's really imperative to get off to a good start in Big Ten play.
Especially, Reese, since you're adding so much talent now to this conference. But, yeah, year in and year out, you know the mainstays in this conference, but there's always some surprises, and I'll be interested to see how everybody starts off this season. Listen, this is your first opportunity, Palmer, in conference play, in a major conference, obviously in the Big Ten, to make your first statement.
And it's going to be taxing all season long for these players. Physically, obviously, and you expect that in the Big Ten Conference. But now adding all those West Coast teams, these guys are going to be flying back and forth across the country a lot this year. They have to get off to a fast start today. That's what makes this game so critical.
They'll give it to the back. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33. And the Buckeyes moving quickly to the line. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top.
And the ball's loose. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it.
I'll tell you, honestly, I don't know what that player could have done. That defender absolutely popped him. He knocked him into next week. There was no chance he was holding on to that ball.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. The offense starts with a short field. To the ground with the back. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Finds his big tight end. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. He'll come out throwing on first down. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
How about this defense coming out aggressive on first down? They're in the red zone. They're like, no, we're going to take the fight to you. Now setting up a 2nd down and long and putting them in a great position to be successful.
Dropping back, it's Proctor. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Not a chance. Missed it. And after the miss, guys, the score stays right where it is. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They put it on the ground last time they had it. Got to take care of it this time, David.
And I think you got to put in context. A lot of times fumbles are just luck. You just got to move on, give him the football again, Jesse, and not worry.
I think that's a good point there, David. Get him the ball again to help him play the next play and know that he's okay. Because when that guy's playing well, this offense is on fire.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and hand him the ball off.
Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. Takes a handoff, and he's going right. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
From the gun, the ground game. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The Buckeyes want to pick up the tempo. Fast motion from the offense. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Fires to the wideout. He's got it, and they convert. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
He wants to throw. Unloads to the right. Pulls it in. He found his man and zipped it in there, and they've got a first down in the red zone at the 11. Linebacker shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. From the gun, the running back has it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. It's complete, and he will score. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Oregon State put one in the win column in convincing fashion. The Beavs had 0 issue moving the ball, and that defense held strong in key moments. Talk about a complete performance. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. UCLA will go back to work on offense. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a high level.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus-pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. The Bruins will punt it away on 4th down. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. This punt will be down just inside the 40-yard line. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Off play action on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man to the left. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. First down to start the drive after the break. He's going to pass. Throws toward the end zone. And he intercepts it. He'll go out of bounds, but just what they needed to get the ball back.
You know, the problem about taking shots against cover 3 is that the corner playing on the outside already has a big cushion against the wide receiver, and he's got his eyes on you, so he can see the football thrown. You've got to be pinpoint accurate. If you're not, it could be an interception, and that's what happened right there.
Power football with the run. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting the backfield, making the play.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. To throw, it's Proctor. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Got room on the return. Touchdown, Ohio State. The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You've got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Got some of the work done on first down. Let's see what they have on second down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. He's going to pass on second down. Picked off. Oh, he would have loved to pick up a few more yards on that return, but they've still got it at the 31. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
They're bringing heat. The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him. No matter the sport, he epitomized a UCLA mantra, be quick, don't hurry.
I mean, what a great job of being quick off the ball. Defensive lineman, you got to be quick off the ball if you want to be disruptive, get in the backfield, and get to the quarterback.
This is a 3rd and long. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. He put some heat on that one down the middle.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Buckeyes will have it 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Right down the middle. He caught it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. returner will field it and bring it back. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point.
Nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now, chip into this lead, try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
Didn't help themselves much on first down. Let's see what they've got on second down from the 20. To the air, it's Proctor. Pressure coming. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. And the Bruins are in the hurry-up. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
Well, for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing up front at the point of attack.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Now they'll run it to the right here. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. After the good pickup on first down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. The give to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And you could tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got in the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance.
How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
That's a great job executing up front by the defense. They looked like they were ready for that play, and that was a bit of a more unconventional look from the offense on 3rd down, but the defense was there to make a big stop.
There is nothing to gain by kicking it away in this area of the field, around midfield, going for it the wise move. Makes the grab, and it's plenty for the first down. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Wants to throw on first down. Coming after it. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Ohio State.
2nd down now after the sack. Quarterback will audible. Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. He'll try to do it himself. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Going to take a shot at this DB. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11. Looking to move it through the air. Into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Wide out in motion. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
And listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
They go to the ground. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Ohio State. Getting set for the point after. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
Just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision.
His defense fully aware that he can run. They stop him after a short gain. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors at our halftime update. And the Buckeyes will kick it away to crank up the second half. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it. I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David, and they're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Trying to get the corner. And the ball slipped out. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Oh, man, how about that? You get your first carry. You're so excited, trying to make a difference, trying to make a play, trying to prove yourself, and you coughed it up. That's not a good start. First carry to fumble it, give it to the other team.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening. Run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to...
And it's picked off. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43.
We've just seen in this game the ball has just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to. And as a result, that's now his second pick thrown in this game.
Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. Wide receiver coming across in motion. The give. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
They'll go right back to the run. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
It's 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. Back to throw, it's Proctor. Working that left side now. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Well, that's just tough, hard-nosed running. You need 1 yard to get, let the running back figure it out.
After an unproductive first half and opening drive of the second half, the offense finally finding a little something to jumpstart them. They've got a first down. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. And they get the sack right out of the gate. The Bruins want to crank the tempo. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell. They're getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just winning up front. They almost got another sack on that last play. I'm
not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. He's going for the big play. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
Running back searching for a hole. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. Brought down at the 45 after a 15-yard pickup. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on 1st down. Unloads it left. Got him downfield. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the first down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. They make the stop after a pickup of 3. Ball's at the 18. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Motion from the offense. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the route is on. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they tack on the extra point for a 35-0 lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. On the run from inside his own 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Bunch formation for these receivers. Wants to throw. It's Proctor. He's got his man. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Ohio State 35, UCLA 0.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break.
Get set.
He's looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. And the Bruins headed quickly to the line. On third and long, try to convert through the air. And he is corralled short of the line to gain. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. They'll try to snap it quickly.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when you're...
And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. Takes it the other way. Touchdown, Ohio State. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. North Carolina is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Ramses isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by a field goal over Oklahoma. He'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. That last pick-6 after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean,
and they got him for the sack. A first down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14.
The one thing I love about this defense, and they're showing it here in this game, is there's a variety of ways they can get after your quarterback. They can get home with 4, they can get home with 3, or they can blitz guys from all over the field, but they've got athletes with bad intentions, and they've registered a ton of sacks in this one.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Working on the right. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Well, this offense has not put their best product on the field today. They've got no points to show for any of their efforts so far, but they've still got a chance. But if it's going to happen, it has to happen now in this 2-minute situation. This is where their playmakers need to step up.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding, I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. The Bruins will hustle to the line.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love this slide at the end.
And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. And the Bruins are marching down the field.
Clear! Clear! Come on,
Wide receiver shows motion. Trying to find his man on first down. And the defense got him at the 27.
I know this defense came into this game hoping to get pressure on the quarterback. And I don't know in their wildest dreams if they ever thought he was going to look this good. I lost track at 5 sacks. They have been all over this quarterback today.
To the air, it's Proctor. Pocket starts to collapse. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Third play of the drive, and they need to make something happen here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Feeling some heat. Pass rush, coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
They'll run it to keep the clock moving. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. He's looking to throw. They're trying to get to it. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Fires to the middle. And the explosiveness, the big gainer, gets it to the 49-yard line.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. Even in the 4th quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive. Pedal to the metal.
And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Obviously, this game hasn't gone the way they would have liked, but coaches are always looking for positive moments and things that you can build on. How about that young man going out, getting an interception? Yeah, they're being blown out. They're probably not going to win this football game, but that is the type of play that as a coaching staff you can build on for next week's game.
Going up top on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. The Bruins racing to the line in a hurry-up. Second and 10. He'll throw again. Trying to get to it. They'll give him a couple. That leaves him with 3rd and 8.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Proctor. Getting some heat. And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line. And the Bruins line up to punt it away. Well, look what we have here, guys. After all the early season doubts, these guys have put together a winning streak.
They sure have. And man, they're just believing in themselves right now. This is a completely different